With the parent pterodactyls or ropens seen by the eyewitnesses, I care for more than just animals. I care for people, humans who've seen these incredible flying creatures, and I care about human life. I really want people to know that even though there is a vast majority of these animals that are harmless and never harm any humans, never attack people, still they're a very small part of the population that does attack people, and sometimes a human is in danger. Please watch this video compilation. It's taken from brief parts of 3 other videos. See the original videos when you've seen this, and then you can see the whole thing for each video. Thank you. Something we've talked about before. This is our pterodactyl's dangerous, almost carried away. In his sighting, he mentioned to me something that caught my attention. He said that about 2 or 3 months before his sighting, there was a small child that went missing in his area. A girl about 4 years old, more or less, that went missing in that area. I seem to be concerned. We need to talk about this concept of missing. Modern pterodactyls attacking people in the United States, now, like in modern, like the 21st century, well, it's rare, but unfortunately.
And my 2 cousins, they're like my brothers, my best friends. We used to go fishing like every Friday night and stay overnight. Now we're back in 1984 and I'm 24 years old. All of a sudden, that black shadow comes straight down on top of us, very prehistoric. The only thing I can tell you is that it was a pterodactyl and it was nothing else. Me and my other cousin, we were like looking at it and it come down on top of us. So we had our fishing rods, 70-foot fishing rods, and we started whacking at it. And it would come down and try to pick us up with its talons. Yeah, what it would do, it would come up to like 15, 20 foot, just out of the reach of our ugly stick, and just hover there flat. And then it would come down, and when it came down, it would open its claws up and try to come and pick us up. And when it came down at us.
When this eyewitness had this sighting, she contacted me by email a few years later. I think it was 2004, and she told me that this in, Bristol, Rhode Island, and she mentioned that this huge pterodactyl was just circling her house. She was outside at the time, and as it circled, it started getting lower, and around the last time it circled that she was watching it, she noticed it seemed to be watching her, and she got right into the house. Newspaper articles about living pterosaurs. Well, this is just a brief introduction. Over the years, occasionally a skeptic will say, well, why are there no newspaper articles if there really are modern pterodactyls? We live in a culture. They heard his mom screaming, "Let him go! Let him go!" All came running out of the room to see, unquote, Randy's mother, quote, swatting at this giant featherless bird with a broom, unquote. That flying creature, quote, had picked up one of her large dogs. The creature finally released the dog, and that was that. She told me her story, and I shared with her mine, unquote. Now, we're not finished with pterodactyl attacks. And this is not just about some weird flying creature in Georgia in 1995. Let's move 500 miles to the west, 9 miles south of Cordell, Oklahoma, 18 years earlier in 1977. I've talked about about this elsewhere, but we'll go over walking back to the house. And she was attacked by this horrible, gigantic flying creature. She said it was as long as a Volkswagen Bug, as I recall. Yeah, a Volkswagen Bug, covered with hair or fur or something like that. and it had teeth in its beak, and she knew that was not normal. She was just 4 years old, and she knew that was not right. That was not a normal bird with teeth in the mouth. And it was diving down to grab her, and but there's other things that will happen, I'm afraid, probably in more recent years and decades.